Do we have fun music too?
No, we
No.
don't have any music.
Oh, all right.
Oh, I clicked.
I'll
Go,
work on that.
I clicked go live, thinking that was when it would go live, but instead you see like 10 seconds of me fucking around and moving maps and stuff.
How silly.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Yeah, we're playing D&D tonight. We're dungeoning and dragoning, and Liuv is our master.
Yeah, and it's the very first time ever dungeon master who's never actually played the game. So this is going to be fun for everyone involved.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's how this started. Somebody
Yeah.
had never done it and decided
Exactly.
to do this thing.
You think the first time Gary Gygax ever played Dungeons and Dragons, he knew what he was doing?
No, but I appreciate the attempt. All right, so we're playing in Roll20, and I think we should cover some stuff that I've learned about Roll20 since I bought this module, because it's quite a bit more involved and hell of a lot cooler than what we had with the World of Darkness stuff. Sorry, Mac. But the integrated character sheets are really cool. First things first, if you all go to your journal, which you may not even know exists, but if you're looking at the chat, above the chat window, there's a navigation panel.
Oh,
And I think your second one from the left is journal.
sexy.
Click on that.
journal.
You should each see player characters in there. And those
Mine
of you
still
who
says Halfling Rogue.
whose name, yeah, I don't know if did you post his name, your name somewhere?
Yeah, on the forums.
I just didn't see
What,
it.
like 5 minutes ago?
No, like
No.
the other day when you asked about it.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
It's been there for a while.
All
That's my bad.
Okay.
Anyway, if you
Let's leave
click on your character, you'll see your character's bio and info and their character sheet. And one of the cool things to see in the character sheet is that damn near everything on here, that would be a roll, if you click on the word, it rolls for you.
Neat.
So, like, if you want to attack with your great axe, like Zach did, or Norland did, it'll roll for you. If you want to,
Oh.
if you need to roll
you guys,
initiative,
you guys should change your names, by the way, to
Oh,
I did.
something. Liuv doesn't seem to care about consistency.
I don't. So, okay, everybody go to the gear, very top right. It has your display name.
Hmm.
Change it to your nerd handle.
I don't know. Wait.
I'm going to go with my character name. I'm going to put Piero.
All right, go with your character names.
I remember how to change
What are you trying to do?
my avatar.
You have to exit out of the game?
Top
No,
thing.
you can't change your avatar like on the bottom of the screen. You have to
Oh, you
exit the
can't
game
change-
to do that.
You can change your name.
I did that.
You changed your character, your character's name. You need to change your display name for your avatar.
I thought I did that too.
Let me
I don't see it
find-
yet if you did.
What's the word for you can use it without getting sued when it comes to music?
Free use?
Free use, maybe? Okay, sure.
That's a porn category. I think
Royalty free. It is. You're right. Royalty free D&D music. I'm gonna fire up some kind of a soundtrack here.
All right.
Yay! If you have an avatar, you probably could dump out of here, change it, and get back in. Well, he's explaining things.
Probably. So that's one of the real fun things. When we need to do rolls, which there's lots of rolls in Dungeons and Dragons, we'll be able to shortcut a lot of it with things like that.
Cool.
Because, like, for example, if I ask you to do an animal handling check, you can just find animal handling on your character sheet and you can click on it and it'll roll, and we don't have to do math or any of that bullshit because it'll just do that for you.
I like it.
I'm trying to think what else is really better or different. I'm trying to get your tokens connected to your characters, and we'll see if that actually works the way I've done it. I think I did it right,
There, I
but
changed.
we'll find out when we get to the next map. Well, not the next one, but the one after that. But so, I guess without much further ado, let's get started. Everybody ready?
So ready.
I'm ready. I'm just fucking around with trying to find a YouTube playlist with some royalty free. This is the sort of thing I should have done before we got started.
Yeah, me too. I'm planning on working on audio for future evenings, but
Okay, I found a playlist. I don't know what's in it. I'm just gonna play it.
I hope there's some Kesha.
That would be so atmospheric. There we go. Ambient music.
Ooh, here we go.
I sure hope it's royalty free.
It is now.
It is now, bitches.
It claimed to be, so there we go.
Did it claim to be?
You said it. You said you were searching for royalty-free stuff.
I did, didn't I?
I'm assuming that if you found some, then it must be. There's no other possible explanation.
This sounds like Enya. I want to turn this off.
Okay.
Man, I'm so angry.
What's wrong with Enya?
Playing 1 hour of ambient fantasy music by Tranquil Atmospheric Ambient.
Man! Yeah, it better.
Where's
All right,
the
so
music?
you get started. You do your thing. What are we doing here? Would you like us to describe our characters?
I will. We'll get to that in a moment. So I'll just jump right in. So, in the city of Neverwinter, a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker asked you to bring a wagon load of provisions to the rough and tumble settlement of Phandalin, a couple days' travel southeast of the city. Gundren was clearly excited and more than a little secretive about his reasons for the trip, saying only that he and his brothers had found something big, and that he'd pay you 10 gold pieces each for escorting his supplies safely to Barthen's Provisions, a trading post in Phandalin. He then set out ahead of you.
Big like big news or big like the Statue of Liberty?
He just said big, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was very secretive about it. He then set out ahead of you on horse, along with a warrior escort named Sildar Hallwinter, claiming he needed to arrive early to take care of business. You've spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter, and you've just recently veered east along the Tri-Boar Trail. You've encountered no trouble so far, but this territory can be dangerous. Bandits and outlaws have been known to lurk along the trail.
Ooh.
Hopefully you don't see a map.
I see a
I
black
do.
screen. Oh,
Zoom in.
hold on.
It takes a little bit to load.
Oh,
First
okay,
time.
you're right. I don't
Oh,
need to worry
scroll-
about maps at all. I can
It's
just go.
yeah,
right
it's loaded a little bit. It's like parts of it loaded.
No, it's the
That's-
parts we're supposed to be able to see, dude.
Yeah,
It's
that's
the fog of war.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I'm looking at Albacore Masterson, Timothy Esperson, and what the fuck was Shale's character's name? Can't remember.
Yoder.
Yoder.
Yoder. I'm gonna make
I don't
your
know, I
avatars a little
see
smaller.
Me on mine, so I don't know.
Maybe I need to refresh the page.
Yeah, I see my updated avatar on mine.
I couldn't find a good one in the time
Yeah.
allotted, so I
Liu's is updated on mine.
That looks like a Grigor to me.
I'll refresh the page just for the hell of it.
You probably have to load back into the game.
Ow. Well, that's what I'm doing right now because I want to see the correct. Oh, there we go.
Well, all right. Well, so as you've been traveling, obviously you've been kind of getting to know each other. But why don't you guys go ahead and tell the rest of us about yourselves and how you got to know Gundren Rockseeker, why you're on this trip, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Hi, everyone. What the hell is my last name? Beskerfall. I'm Piero Beskerfall. Human. Dark brown beard. A whole lot of scars on his face. He's really handy with a bow, and he seems to know a lot about nature and survivalism. To give background that you don't necessarily have, but that I did post on the forums, Piero was born in 1462 by a Dale reckoning in a tiny hamlet called Longsaddle on the east side of Neverwinter Wood. Longsaddle has a long history of being plagued with werewolves, and thus Piero dislikes them immensely. He spent most of his youth exploring the wood and discovered two things. First, if you stick to the warm waters of Neverwinter River, you don't run into too many werewolves, which is nice. And second, the bears in the area tend to get sloppy drunk on fermented berries in the afternoons during autumn. And he leveraged that particular information to win a hunting contest in 1488, Dale reckoning, propelling him into minor celebrity status in Neverwinter. And for the past 3 years, he's received a greater than average number of calls to adventure from aristocrats and foreign wizards looking to hire a competent marksman and woodsman. So Piero can be, he can afford to be selective about which missions he agrees to. Gundren Rockseeker's offer was compelling due to Gundren's sheer charisma, and he was apparently desperate enough to appeal to Piero's ego, and that swayed Piero to accept the offer, so that is why he is along on the trip. And if we have a wagon, Piero is the one driving it because he likes to sit up front where everyone can see him.
I'll go next. What was my name again? My name is Grigor Kulinov. Grigor is a human fighter. He's the third son of a minor Damaran noble. His father Ivor is a scholar and historian and sees little value in Goran's prowess as a warrior. His eldest sister Zora shares his father's interests and is set to inherit his lands and money. His eldest sister Pavel received all of the family's piety and has become a cleric. Grigor is 22 and longs to prove himself in the eyes of his father. Grigor met Gundren at one of his father's dinner parties where he was presenting some interesting artifacts. His father purchased a few of those artifacts, and seeing this as an opportunity to get in his father's good graces, he offers Gundren his services on future artifact-finding missions, and he also harbors a slight suspicion that the artifacts may not have been authentic.
You have some very manly music for your background.
I like it.
Nice. I can go next. All right, I'm going to paraphrase a little because I got.
You may want to summarize this.
Yeah. So my character is Derek Gorin. He's a cleric hill dwarf he was born in a small dwarven village and liked to go adventuring in the back country. He went out with his brother one time, and his brother was killed by owl bears and he was badly scarred on his face. And after that, he didn't really have any faith in himself, so he decided to go train as a cleric to kind of make amends for the loss of his brother. His training took him south, where he bumped into some family, his cousins Gundren, Tharden, and Nundro Rockseeker. And Gundren took advantage of Darik's goodwill to take him along as their healer as they traveled about the countryside looking for something. They were very vague about their intentions to Darik and kept him in the dark. Finally, as they got separated and Darik met up with them again in Neverwinter, where Gundren asked him to be his eyes and ears on the caravan south with the supplies he's requested the group bring to him.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right. My name is Milo Barrelbottom. I grew up in and around Neverwinter. Oh, I am a halfling rogue Grew up in
Hey,
and
that's
around
germane
Neverwinter.
information. No one else included their race and class. At least
Right.
I didn't.
I did. You
I
dick.
did.
Yeah, I think everyone else
You're
did,
the
but
only one
anyway.
who didn't.
Okay,
I am a Lightfoot halfling. Grew up in and around Neverwinter. Never really stayed in one exact space for too long. Just kind of went wherever the winds blew the family. I'm rather short, just under 3 feet tall. Pretty tanned up and scarred from all of my adventurings. Sandy brown hair, rather messy all the time. I have quite the sideburns and a beard, kind of looking somewhat Amish, if Amish exists in this world. No mustache though. My clothes are rather stitched together, just comfortable looking. Milo never really had much of a calling. Always just did whatever seemed to be interesting at the time. Being a halfling, I found out that I had an affinity for sneaking around and stuff like that, and I honed that skill to near perfection. Be it by just hiding or taking on new personas, I can get just about anywhere I need to be whenever I want. I've spent the last few years getting myself into and out of trouble, mostly getting into it, and recently barely getting out of it. And I've just mostly been hanging out in Neverwinter, licking my wounds for the most part, and just kind of hanging out and not doing anything too important. And then this guy Gundren came along looking for some help, needing to get some stuff moved down to Phandalin, and for lack of anything better to do, I decided to come along. Although I know that it might bring some more trouble to me.
but you like trouble.
He did it all for the nookie.
That's our word.
Wait, who is us?
Who's guard?
All right.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you guys for that introduction. The next thing we'll need to know from you guys is how are you traveling? A little bit about what's going on. The wagon that you are delivering is pulled by 2 oxen. It carries all of the supplies that you're delivering. It has room for everyone to ride on it if they so choose. And none of you have brought any other sort of mount or horse or any type of creature that you could ride upon. So if you're not on the wagon, which does need a driver, because the extremely well-trained oxen, basically they somehow know if someone's holding the reins. If you're holding the reins, they go. If you're not, they stop. And if you're not on the wagon, you must be walking.
They're good boys. They know.
Right.
Well, I'm driving the wagon.
I'm actually likely sitting like on top of the axle underneath the wagon.
You're sitting
in
on
the
top of the
carriage?
underneath of the wagon?
Yeah, like the axle of the wagon, like
Like
underneath
you're
the
riding
body.
on an axle.
Yeah,
You've got yourself strapped up underneath.
All right.
it's a big
Sure.
wagon. I'm
Cape
small.
Fear,
There's
here we
space
go.
above the axle. I can
Okay.
sit there.
I'm definitely riding in the wagon and taking up entirely too much space.
All right.
I was fine with walking, but you guys kept getting ahead of me, so you told me just get in the damn wagon.
Because of your short, stubby legs.
Yes.
I see.
So we are on our way south from Neverwinter. How long have we been on the road at this point?
Most of the day, I mean, actually, so you've been traveling for a good while. You're most of the way to the turn. You've been traveling south on the high road, and you are getting near to the turn onto the Tribor Trail. The high road, as you all well know, generally, well, not generally, but it does go to Leyland. The Tribor Trail, you may not have heard about before. It travels just south of the Neverwinter Wood and north of the Sword Mountains, heading east to Tribor. If you were to travel it all the way, follow it all the way, you would get to Tribor.
Ooh.
Phandalin, as you can
Clever
see on your map, is well before that. So as you've been traveling throughout the day and learning more about each other, you eventually get to the Tribor Trail, recognizing the landmarks that were explained to you by Gundren. He was like, go past the 748th tree and just take a sharp left. You'll recognize it because
Look for the tree with the bird in it.
right. Yeah, I'll mark it with an X. And after a couple of wrong turns, you eventually get to the Tribord Trail. You're pretty sure that you're heading the right way. And
So Gundren is not with us, correct?
Gundren is not with you.
Okay.
He had out earlier with Sildar Hallwinter because he had to get to Phandalin to
yes.
take care of business.
And we're trailing along behind with the loot wagon.
That's correct. Well, supplies. I mean, if you wanted to just like steal the wagon and keep it for yourselves, you'd have a lot of like crowbars and
Bedrolls and crowbars. Yeah,
some
okay.
flour. So I mean, I guess it's up to you, but
I more meant the wagon upon which we will be loading all of Gundren's loot.
Yes.
When we arrive at Phandalin. But you took it the right way in general, I guess.
Gotcha.
I do plan to steal everything from him.
Understood.
That's why you're driving.
Yes, I am driving. Periodically, I give the oxen a little whip with a flick of my wrists, just to let them know I'm still here. But they probably aren't too perturbed by that because I'm an extreme weakling.
Yeah, they don't really care. All they know is walk. Anyway, so that's
They
what
don't
they're
walk
doing.
as long as somebody's holding those things.
That's right.
Yeah.
If not, then stop.
All right. So after you've been on the high road for you actually take a couple of days making your way south. You rest a while. You don't really run into anything of interest. You see a couple of caravans heading the other way. You meet some people, but
Do any of them recognize me? Can I roll to see if any of them recognize me?
yeah, sure. Let me look at your sheet and see if I can figure out what the hell that you would have to do for that.
Do you want to be recognized?
Charisma.
Of course he does.
I want to be
That's like his
recognized.
whole thing.
Yeah, roll charisma.
Let me make a case for. Okay, sure, charisma. Oh no.
No.
-1.
People, interestingly enough, people heading north start to recognize you, but it's in a oh shit, you're the guy they warned me about kind of way. And you start to get the feel that they're being told about you by the people heading south. So there are people on horses that are traveling faster than a group dragging a wagon with 2 oxen, and for some reason they know about you, and they've been warned about you, and they actually kind of people start veering a little bit off of the path when they see the wagon with 2 oxen pulling it.
Well, Piero sulks mightily at that development.
So eventually you make the turn off of the high road onto the Tribord Trail, and after about half of a day on the Tribord Trail, you come around a bend.
Ooh, I like bends.
And you spot 2 dead horses
Oh my god.
sprawled about 50 feet ahead of you,
Nasty.
blocking the path. Each has several black feathered arrows sticking out of it. Woods press close to the trail here with a steep embankment and dense thickets on either side.
It's fucking orcs. I bet.
It's always orcs.
Guys, I don't think my healing spells are going to be able to do anything about this.
These horses look like they're fucking cut in half, dude.
They might be beyond help.
Sling heal minor wounds at them.
I mean, if you guys want me to try, I guess I could try.
Take your
Can't hear
phone
you
off
over
the
your
desk.
I'm sorry.
We can always use them for meat.
No, that's
True.
what I was going to say. We can cut
Yeah.
them up and put
So
some extra meat on here.
yeah. So Piero is on high alert though because whatever killed these horses has got to be in the area. Whether it's he thinks it's probably a werewolf. So,
Do they look like they're freshly dead? Like, is the blood still liquidy?
well, we're not.
You're
What do you
pretty. You're
think?
pretty far away.
Yeah, we're not close enough.
We're not that close.
And we don't want to get close yet. Piero drops the reins, expecting the oxen to halt immediately.
I jump out and pull out my axe.
I get out from under the wagon and said, "Why the hell are we stopping?"
I want to
Actually,
check.
I guess I haven't seen the horses yet. Why are we stopping?
Well, look up ahead. There are some dead horses. I want to
shit.
go. I want to go and check the woods to the north and south and make sure we're not about to get ambushed. And you should leave it to me because I am really good at this.
Sure.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go
We'll see about that.
hide behind the nearest bush and make myself disappear.
So I would like to.
I'll hold the reins for you while you're gone.
Well, if you hold the reins, the oxes start moving. I don't know, man.
Well, I will.
That's like the go button.
I'll do the anti-go button.
So I'd like to move along the ridge up here and use survival to check for any footprints or anything else I can track, broken branches, etc., and see if I can.
All right. Give me a moment. Hopefully, I do this right in a way that doesn't screw everything. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to click this button and see what happens. Hopefully, guys don't see it.
I don't see anything.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right. It appears to have worked.
Oh, I don't get to roll.
No,
Oh, your thing seems to have worked.
my thing has worked.
Okay.
I need to find your character sheet real quick. I'm on the wrong layer.
That's some very realistic blood on the horses.
I'm gonna make some chamomile tea while I wait. How you doing, YouTube? How's it going? I don't know. The Skyrim's playlist isn't the worst idea.
Yeah.
Good
I feel like
generic
Skyrim.
fantasy music. Probably just started a war by calling it generic. The dead horses do look to be in a narrow part of the path. That's why I'm nervous. I feel like if we try to just... Well, first of all, they're blocking the trail.
Yeah.
The oxen aren't going to be able to pick their way over those horses, so... We're going to have to clear the path before we can proceed regardless.
All right, I'm going to have you go ahead and roll perception.
Okay,
Everybody or just him?
Just him.
14.
You see nothing. Everything seems fine.
Okay. Can I check the ground for tracks and so forth?
Sure. Go ahead and roll the one you said earlier. What is
Survival.
that? Survival.
Ooh, 11.
Ooh, you see there has definitely been a few squirrels through here. A rabbit went through yesterday. That's about
Okay.
it.
I move closer to the horses. Can I make another perception check at this point?
You probably could.
Does that mean I should?
No.
Okay.
Before you do, you are surprised
Oh, no. Ah!
by
Oh,
a
shit.
goblin in a bush.
I got one in a bush. Mother, I was close. Orcs and goblins are synonymous in the Tolkien verse.
So, what we're going to have everybody do here is roll initiative.
Oof.
Initiative.
I fucked up.
Where is my
I got a
initiative?
minus. It's like top
You have to
middle.
select your
It's on your character sheet, yeah,
token.
and make sure you select your token before you.
So I lost my 20. Can I just
Select
have
my
20?
token.
You have to click on your token before you
click
roll
on your
initiative.
dude.
I'm on what? Oh,
Click on your token on the map, and then roll
Oh.
initiative.
I want
Got
my
it.
20.
Hang on a second. I'm still confused.
God damn it.
Which one's initiative?
In the middle. So you got the armor class and you got speed. Initiative's in the middle. Right
Which
under
one?
advantage, normal, disadvantage.
Right under your race. Did you click on character sheet?
Oh, there we go. Initiative. There you go.
Did you click on your character first?
Damn it.
I thought so.
You didn't. There you go.
There you go.
Nope, that's not you.
Okay.
It's also not reordering us based on our
Yeah.
initiative rolls.
So I
I
click on
do that after.
Oh,
click on that. There.
Wow.
Ouch.
You
That's
stubby-legged bastard.
And my Roll20 is acting odd right now. I can't actually select a goblin in order to do a roll.
are you on the right layer?
No, that's the biggest thing right there. It's important to do that. All right, here we go.
You didn't name the goblins?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I would like their detailed backstory.
No. All right, so
We have
since
a
they
tower.
were hidden, this is actually going to be everyone's first experience with being surprised.
Surprise!
Surprise! That means
Am I surprised more by them or by Piero's girlish scream?
Ah!
that's hard to say.
What is this feeling I'm feeling for the first time?
It's surprise.
Okay.
Are you surprised?
No.
I expected it.
So what a surprise round is in Dungeons and Dragons 5e is that anyone who's surprised does not get to act in the first round. You're all surprised, so only the goblins get to act in this round.
It's amazing.
So I guess we'll start with the goblin who is right next to Piero. And since he's just walked right up to him and he's so nice and close, he's going to attack him with his scimitar.
Guys, I'm pretty sure we're going to get ambushed. Let me go check this bush. Okay, yep.
And of course, it is set up so that it only I see the rolls, but that's probably okay.
That's exactly the way it should be.
Yeah.
So he rolled a 23 on his attack. What is
My armor
your
class is
armor
24.
class? That is amazing.
No, it's 13. That's my armor class.
Your armor class is 13. So
Yes.
you take 7 points of slashing.
7! Okay. I'm more than half dead.
We're going to need a new archer.
Piero comes to a quick and pointless ending.
Why did we send the archer into the ambush?
He said he
Well,
could
to be
handle
fair,
it.
we did
He's
not
very
send
sure
him.
about, you know,
We did not send him.
Well, I was hoping for some better survival and perception rolls than I ended up getting.
He's only good at fighting drunk bears.
Hey, you could
This
have
is true.
volunteered.
I feel like I should update you how much you
That's
stealth
not my
see
style.
here, so we'll just
Yeah.
kinda
If somebody would have
Use,
suggested I go, I
this.
would have.
Gabo number 2 here is going to stand back actually and fire at Piero.
Piero
With
has,
his
I would argue,
short
half
bow.
cover because he's behind a bush and another goblin.
And
I
that
agree
would
with that.
mean disadvantage.
Half
cover?
Does half cover mean disadvantage or just like -2 or something on the roll? Let me look. Cover. Where are the rules for cover? Cover. Page 196 of the player's handbook. Half cover is +2 bonus to AC, and that's it.
Oh. Then I don't need to click a special button. So, sure, why not? So
Okay,
Goblin number 2 is going to fire at Piero through the bush.
past his goblin friend.
And he has an attack of... He rolled a 6. How does that do on your...
I survive.
All right. Goblin number 3 is going to charge down the hill here toward the wagon. And they have a speed of 30. Running down these... So these embankments are not impassable, but they are rough terrain. So that's going to take him twice as long to move down that. So this would be 10.
He's also going diagonally. You realize how diagonal movement works.
No, I don't.
The first diagonal move is just normal 5 feet, but every time after that you move diagonally, it's 10 feet. So he's got 30 feet of movement, so that's 6 spaces he can move.
All right, so he's gone 15 so far. 16, 17. No. 20. Jesus Christ.
Where did he start?
30,
He started here, right?
30. Yep.
So you said difficult terrain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's right.
And he's going to get tired on the middle of the trail and go, "Ruh! Hold on."
Hang on a sec. No, he's not tired. He's just running for the full 6 second combat round. And that's as far as he makes it after 6 seconds.
Goblin number 4 here is going to step out just onto the edge of the embankment.
I'm so tired.
And he's going to fire at his short bow at Grigor.
Oh no.
Grigor, no! Or is it Grigor? Or is it
Grigor.
Grigor? Grigor, no!
He rolls a 23 on his short bow.
Ouch. My armor class is 9.
So that hits. And he does... You receive 3 points of piercing damage.
How many feet are these squares?
5.
Okay.
All right, so thus ends the surprise round.
I didn't like it.
Now turns will continue in the turn. Can you guys see the turn order window?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, great. Okay, so Piero, you are up. Now, something that those of you who are not familiar with playing Dungeons and Dragons may not be aware of is that when you are in combat, when you're within melee range of a character, moving away from it gives that character an opportunity to use a bonus action called an opportunity attack. So if anybody's thinking Piero should just run away, he can, but the goblin will get an opportunity attack.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do,
take it.
and pay attention here, because this is good stuff, I'm going to spend my action to disengage from the goblin so that I can step away safely. But it does mean I don't get to do anything else this turn. That's my action. So I disengage, and then I'm going to move. I have a movement of 30 feet or 6 spaces, so I'm going to go diagonally. My first diagonal movement is just 1, and then 2, 3. Is it every other? I think it's. Hang on.
Brave Sir Robin, he bravely ran away.
Oh, he's running. Yeah, he's running. he likes to use his bow. Movement, page 183 to 181 to 183. Diagonal movement. Diagonal movement. Help me out here.
The chat is saying diagonals don't cost any extra movement anymore.
They're wrong.
Oh,
He says you're wrong, chat.
I mean, they
Yeah.
might be right, but
Max said to suck it.
But they're definitely wrong.
I mean, maybe they're right. I'd
I mean,
love
it
it if
does
they were
make
right.
math really annoying and difficult.
Yeah, it does.
Let's make a rule that it doesn't cost extra.
Okay, I can
You
move
can
much
move to
farther.
an
then.
adjacent square for the same amount as
Okay.
just a...
So spend my action to disengage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Bravely ran away. All right, so that's your turn then.
Yes.
That means Grigor is now activated.
Okay, I'm going to move I assume I can go like 1, 2, 3 and attack Mr. Goblin there.
Well, so to make sure we know how to know that, what is your speed?
30 feet.
There you go. So you can move 30 feet on your turn, and these squares are 5 feet.
Okay, so I did 5, 10, 15.
So you could move 6 squares.
Okay.
So yes, you can do that.
I think I'm going to use another movement to go on that side of him.
All right,
And then I would like to great axe him in the face.
go for it. And I need to find the chat and find it. Oh, so you only rolled a 24.
Yeah. And it's
That
only
hits.
15 damage.
Fucking hell. All right. Well, so one of the things we're going to do is that when you get a killing blow,
Yes.
you're going to get to describe to us how you would like to do that. So how would you like to do this?
I take my axe like over my head and do just a vertical blow and chop him right down the middle.
With that much damage, you pretty much did just that.
Nice. And he gets this weird look on his face for a second, and then both halves just sort of peel apart like a banana.
with a small gurgle.
So this is a cartoon. Got it. I mean, are you using like a Bushido blade? You used a great axe. You didn't. Okay.
It's very sharp.
Okay.
Got it.
Well, it is now the goblin's turn.
Which one?
All of the
goblins collectively.
Collectively.
I thought maybe it was the
this-
dead one's turn. That'd be great.
Well, it is his turn. He's going to just lay there and remain dead.
Okay.
Good call.
But so that's a good question. In this, if there are multiple monsters, they share an initiative.
Okay.
However, if there are different types of monsters, they each get their own initiative.
Gotcha.
All right, so we'll start with the goblin in a bush. He's just going to chase right after Piero. To go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he's going to realize he's running into a lot of people. So he's just going to stop and attack Derek on the wagon with his scimitar.
It's pronounced scimitar. I'm looking at
Scimitar.
playing on a grid. Okay, so the rules for the extra movement for going diagonally are a variant for playing on a square grid, which we are doing. We can house rule this just to make it simple, but because I honestly don't feel like reading this right now. But
Let's house rule it for tonight, and we'll look into it and decide if we want to change our minds.
What the group was saying is it on the internet was like every other you do 5-10, 5-10.
yeah, I think it's something like that.
So then it's a half.
Which is basically just a shorthand for...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
All right,
I just got stabbed.
Yes, and so he rolled a 14 on his attack. What is your armor
9.
class? So that hits you.
You need to change your token to something that looks less beefy and armored.
Right.
I didn't pick the token.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
token's
kind
a
of zipped
lady.
right over that. We'll change that a little bit. But you take 8 points of slashing damage.
8. Okay, how do I do that?
So if you click on your token,
Yep.
all those circles should jump out. The 11, the green 11 is your health. You can click on that and actually type -8 and hit enter, and it'll update.
Oh, I actually just updated my current hit point total on my character sheet. That's another way.
So that will
well,
also
that's what
work,
I
but
did.
if you use it through your token, you don't have to do the math yourself.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, Piero, I was going to heal you, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
I think
Goblin
there
number 2.
There are more important targets to heal at the moment, i.e., you.
Yes.
Is going to just step out here onto the ledge. And after surveying the field and seeing that one of his compatriots has been murdered in cold blood, he's going to draw his short bow and fire a bolt at Grigor. Is it Grigor or
Grigor.
Grigor.
Grigor. Just how it's spelled. All
Just
right.
think Eastern European human.
Gotcha. And he rolled a 5.
Oh, sweet.
So what's your armor class?
9.
9. All right. So the arrow hits your armor, but glances right off, does no damage, and you get an opportunity to react to it if you'd like.
I don't suppose I can switch weapons real quick and throw a javelin at him.
No, I meant like shrug it off or chuckle.
Yeah.
Not an actual opportunity.
Okay.
Not an action so much as role playing.
Oh, okay.
He's giving you an opportunity to roleplay, Norland.
I just give him a evil look.
Snarl at him.
I point at him and then I point at my axe.
There you go. I like it.
Then Goblin number 3 remains dead, and Goblin number 4 also will pull out he's still got his bow out, so he'll knock another arrow, pull back, and fires, and rolls a 23.
Who was he shooting at?
At Grigor.
Grigor. You mean Grigor.
Grigor.
Our friend Grigor.
He should shoot at Grigor because he's somewhere else.
23 being more than 9.
Yes, for sure.
Grigor takes 8 points of piercing damage.
Jesus.
Oh, not 7 to 8. There we go.
That's starting to hurt.
I'm feeling not so good, guys.
You can take your second wind.
So the arrow pretty much like sticks in your forehead. It doesn't go all the way in.
See, you could have blocked it if you weren't like gesturing at your axe like a cocky dick to the other guy.
But the arrow is stuck in there pretty good. Like it doesn't fall out, but it didn't go all the way through your skull.
That's good to know.
All right, so it is now Derek's turn.
That's gonna be easier to remember. All right, so I was all queued up to heal myself, but that feels like a dick move. So I'm gonna throw a healing word on Grigor.
So that's a ranged ability, and you have a guy right next to you, so that's probably a really bad idea. Let me find the rules for that.
He'll hit me.
He might get an opportunity attack on you. I'll have to find that.
So I should heal myself then.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He can use his second wind to heal himself a little bit.
Yeah.
So should I just warhammer this son of a bitch in the head?
You should heal yourself.
Oh, all right.
I mean, we could focus on trying to kill him, you and me.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking if I get killed, then it doesn't matter, and yeah. All right. I'll just heal myself.
Okay.
With Cure Wounds. And I think I'm doing this right. At what level? Level 1.
8.
So I'm back to full.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. And so now you've used one of your level 1 spell slots?
Yeah, it said that I had that on my sheet.
Yeah, I haven't really played with the spell stuff yet very much, so I'm not sure how to keep track of your spell slots.
It apparently, when I did it, put it there. I don't know.
What is it, and where are you seeing it?
Shit, I don't know. Somebody's playing with my screen is changing in front of me. So what's happening here?
What?
Who's playing with my damn sheet?
I don't know.
I did see it saying 4, and now it says 8, but I don't think I did that.
Are you talking about what?
Health bar is full now.
Oh my god. Who's clicking? All right. So I wanted Cure Wounds and Healing Word, because then I have a ranged and a close healing spell.
Which one did you just use on yourself? Cure Wounds is...
Cure Wounds.
But is that the ranged or that's touch?
No, healing. Cure
Okay.
Wounds is touch.
Okay.
And it's better. It's what I was going to cast on you since you were standing there, but then I got hit.
But now I'm fleeing like a little bitch, so you don't have to worry about me yet.
I mean, I could have dove over there and touched you.
Please do.
Okay, so yeah, that's the end of mine. Or do I still get a move too?
You also get your movement, but bear in mind if you're probably wanting to move to get away from him.
I'm just gonna stand here and be like, "Suck that, bitch!" All right, moving on.
All right, it is Milo's turn.
How about you do something, you little bastard?
Jump over that wagon.
I'm
sorry.
sitting here.
I'm
I
supposed to-
haven't
I'm
had a
sorry.
turn yet.
I'm supposed to
Fuck
be. I treat people with dignity and courtesy, and I'm
Okay.
failing it.
what my plan is, I'm going to run from where I am underneath the wagon and suddenly end up right. Well, so that's 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4.
Do a slide.
Yeah, I'm gonna run under the
Slide
wagon.
over the
also
hood of the oxen.
Appear next to this guy and stab him with my short sword. Would that
Alright.
allow me to do a sneak attack? Because I don't know.
Yes, because there is somebody right next to him. So yes.
Okay. So that
You-
allows
the-
so a sneak attack allows me
Yeah.
to
He's engaged with another melee guy, so
roll an extra 1d6 on my target.
I assume there's
So-
something for that on your character sheet you can just click, but
Yeah, I wonder
guess we'll
how.
find
I
out.
wonder how it does this. Let's figure it out. We'll say these rolls don't count until we figure out how you actually do that. So you're going to use your short sword.
Yep.
So you would click on your short sword. I guess go ahead and do that.
Is he doing it with an advantage? Is that
It says I don't need advantage if somebody's within 5 feet that isn't incapacitated.
one way to get his sneak attack is, yes, by having someone else engage
Correct.
with the target. Another way to get his sneak attack damage is to
Alright,
have
so
advantage,
Click on my short sword.
I think.
Oh, look at that!
there
It
you
just
go.
adds your sneak attack damage right there.
Wow, let's
Okay.
take that roll. That's really good.
yeah?
I like it.
Fucking an amazing roll. Oh, there you go. That's because it's a. I'm not really sure how to read this actually.
What are you
So
confused by?
that was a natural 20.
Yep.
So it is a crit.
Okay. Is that with the +2 and +4? Right?
So a crit means that I think you just max out.
It doubles the dice roll.
It doubles the dice for the
So
sneak attack for
if,
sure.
If you hover over the numbers, it actually tells us what's happening.
Oh,
The 6 is your normal
look at that.
damage roll, which was a 1d6 plus 3. So you rolled a 3, and then we add 3. Then your crit is another d6. You rolled a 2.
see
Then
what
your
it's
sneak
doing.
attack is a d6. Also, it was a crit, so you roll that again. So you got 2 4s. So that's 18 points of damage from the halfling sliding
halfling
under the fucking
rogue.
wagon.
Yeah, there. I'll do something, Derek, you bastard.
what part of his groin do you stab? You get to describe it.
I
you
just
gotta give me-
run right
how
up
would
through
you
the
like
fucker.
to? What? How does this go? Yeah.
Well, since I slid underneath from under the thing, I just stabbed my short sword up, hit him in the crotch, and just sliced right up through his throat.
Ew.
Wow.
So like me, but backwards.
Exactly.
Well, and only the front half. So
Although
he
as a
makes
halfling, I
slight
probably
gurgle.
don't actually have the strength to do that, but we'll just say that's what happened.
He makes
It's a really,
slight
really
gurgle
sharp sword.
as the corpse falls to its knees, and all of his intestines and everything just kind of falls out the slit. For a moment, he tries to put them back in, but slowly stops moving and just keels over with a slight gurgle.
Drew, can you do me a favor and move your token so it's on the square you're actually on instead of where we put you on the corner of the wagon there?
So I'm on the wagon. There we go. How about that?
Oh, I thought you were one north of that.
I'm on. I guess.
Yeah,
I'm,
you were definitely on that corner because I was taking
Yeah,
up.
say there. Yeah, that's probably good. Because you're still on the corner of the wagon there.
Oh, and this guy's dead.
Dead.
All right, Piero.
What happened to the goddamn music?
I still hear it.
It got tired. I hear like quiet, calm music.
Yeah, it's calm music right now.
So now, how did it know I did a sneak attack? Is it just because somebody else was near the guy or something?
It just adds it.
Yeah.
Oh.
It'll pretty much always show up there, and if it is a sneak attack,
Oh,
it'll
we'll
use
just
it.
add. Okay, I gotcha.
All right. Okay, I'm pretty pissed off at this guy up on the hill. He's not the one who sliced me in half earlier, but I can't tell
I
one
killed
goblin
him.
from another. So
Racist.
So racist.
I'm a little bit racist. I'm going to move back to where I have maybe a little bit of cover behind this small bush. 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's plenty. I'm plenty close enough. And I'm going to whip out my longbow and take a crack at this guy. The guy on the north cliff there, the north hill.
Alrighty.
I rolled a 16.
That hits.
Then it deals 8 damage.
So your arrow goes whistling through the air. And what happens?
Does he die? Oh. I'm really good with a bow. I'm not so good at finding footprints, as it turns out, but Pierre is very good with a bow. So this arrow whistles through the air and strikes the goblin directly between the eyes and pokes out the back of his head. And there's no blood and gore, there's no guts, nothing spills anywhere. He just keels over sideways, cleanly and neatly, and dead.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
Well done.
Is your name written on the arrow shaft so that anybody that finds it?
No, I'm going to go collect that arrow shaft because I only have so many.
But I'm gonna write in blood on the ground next to it. Piero did this.
Piero was here.
So that brings us to Grigor. God damn it.
I'm going to second wind. I don't see it on my character sheet, so it says I can roll a D10 plus my fighter level.
It should be on your character
learn.
sheet. Let's
If you go to
figure out
your
where that is.
character sheet and let's see if we can find it. Is it maybe a spell? Nope.
No.
Not a bio.
Under general options and then feats and traits, set the section to simple.
Feats and traits. Simple. That's
There we
a
go.
very cute kitty.
So now I see second wind, but I still don't have anything I can click. So
No.
All right. Well, so then in the chat, just type / roll 1d10 plus in your fighter
1.
level, which is 1. Wow, that's about as bad as it can possibly be.
Yeah. So I gain 3 hit points,
So you gain
yeah.
3 hit points.
which gets me to 4. I'm going to dive quickly behind this bush.
Just jump, use my second wind and jump into the woods.
Ah!
And that's my turn.
All right, so it is the goblin's turn. Goblin 1 remains dead. Goblin 2 remains dead. Goblin 3 remains dead. Goblin 4 surveys the field
That says,
and
"Fuck
says, "Fuck this." And moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
I bet I
You
can take a crack at him.
Sight of him, right? Can you see him?
Hang
No.
on.
No.
Well, if I go running, 2,
Alright.
3.
Oh, hold on.
5,
You're
6.
still in combat here, so it's
Oh,
Derek's turn.
Yeah.
okay.
Go rub your hands on Piero.
Yeah.
He needs a
So
massage.
so I can move and cast a spell, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna move there. And then I'm gonna cast healing cure wounds on him. It only gave him 2.
I'll take it.
I used my good mojo on myself.
Right?
I went from less than half health to more than half health. Thank you very much.
Perfect. You're welcome, friend. Where does it say how much mana I have?
Wait,
Is
so
that a thing?
why are your rolls different?
Mana's not a thing.
What did you do different?
For what?
Well, if you look at your rolls, so if you hover over the 8 that you got, and then you hover over the 2 that you gave him, it added 3 wisdom to your roll, but not to the roll when you healed him.
Why did it change? I don't know why. It said 1d8 plus 3 for wisdom earlier, and now it says something different on the damage type. I don't know why that changed, but I suspect it had something to do with when things were flipping around on me like crazy.
What, you chose to cast at level 1 before?
Yeah,
And you chose to cast at level 1 this time?
correct. Plus your spellcasting ability modifier, which should be my wisdom, because wisdom is my modifier. So it should have been plus 3, so you should have got 5. I don't know why it changed.
I'm going to look up the Cure Wounds spell and see if there's something we're not.
Well, I'm looking at it right here. It's 1d8 plus your spellcasting modifier, which is wisdom.
I mean, I'll take the extra 3 hit points. Yeah, there's nothing in here that says the second time you cast it.
It should be, but what happened?
I don't know. Try doing it again to see what happens.
Well, I fixed it now.
Yeah, I watched you do it. I don't know why that changed. Roll again. We'll just see what.
Yeah, it was
make
just
sure
roll
it's
again, see what it
fixed.
looks like. No, it did it that time.
Yeah, there was 3 plus. That's 1d8 plus 3.
Yeah,
Can I
because
have that one instead?
I just changed the modifier on the sheet. So
Yeah, I saw that.
So
Okay.
it's also I've got guiding bolt and inflict wounds, and I don't have those spells, so I don't know.
How many first level spell
2.
slots do you have? So you've used them both now.
So I've used them both now.
I don't know. That should have worked, but whatever, works now.
And it did work. So something somehow changed. That's great. But what I'm learning is that when we are looking, if any of us are looking at a character, we're literally looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, so I see that whoever is looking at Derek's character sheet just changed to the spells portion, and if I click on core,
I can't look at Derek's spell sheet.
Oh.
It's locked to his character.
So it was you that was flipping back and forth earlier?
I think so. It must.
Probably.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it must have been me.
So So
What
on
else?
my spell sheet, I clicked those 2. Well, should I not have selected those?
I don't actually know what those are. And like slots remaining is an editable number. Oh, that's what happened. If I click on it and I mouse wheel, the number goes up.
Ah,
So my
So
armor
it was at 2. So you should be at 0 level 1 spell slots remaining. So I'll leave that to you to change.
It's Milo's turn.
Okay. I want to see if I can get close enough to see that thing and shoot him. The one that's running away. So if I go 1,
Maybe you should get up on that hill.
3, 4, 5. I could get there because I have 25. And we're doing 5 per thing, right?
Yep.
And
Whoa.
am I close enough? Did I what?
I couldn't see any of your intermittent moves, so you just
Me
Yeah.
neither. It all
popped
just
up.
updated at once. All right. So if you've moved there,
Can I see far enough to see the goblin?
yeah, I mean it's daytime, so you can see real far. I just need to figure out how to clear the fog of war a little bit.
And then I would like to shoot him with my short bow.
You will need to drop your short sword and draw your short bow.
Would that be my thing then? Or maybe I shouldn't do that.
There's something called a manipulate environment action, which is how you would probably draw your bow. So you would still have your normal action left to shoot, but your short sword would be on the ground then.
Well, that's fine.
But
If I
stick
can,
it in the
I'll just
horse.
pick him up. Yeah. That's fine. I'll pick it up once I'm done.
All right, roll your attack. You rolled a 21. Yeah, so here, like, you don't have sneak attack for this, but the number's just there.
Yeah.
The 21 will hit, and it is a killing blow.
Oof.
How does it go?
I don't know. I just like Piero did with his. Got him right between the eyes.
But better.
Better. Except I wrote my name on the arrow.
He's probably running away though.
Oh yeah, I shot him through the back of the head, and it still came out between his eyes.
Incredible.
And he fell forward, and the arrow killed a mouse on the ground too.
Oh wow, that's good.
Jeez, man. So I'm noticing a pattern in the blood here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But you probably aren't because you're way over here.
Yeah.
Are we out of combat now?
You are now out of combat.
All right, then I'm over here then.
I sneak out from behind the bush and brush myself off.
I pick up my sword out of the horse.
I collect my arrow.
Okay, I got a quick question before we move on. My printed out sheet says I have 17 armor class, and my sheet says I have 9.
Yeah, my printed sheet says 18, and my printed sheet says 9.
And I looked up, my chainmail should be 16, and I have a +1 bonus from my fighting style. So it really should be 17. And I can't imagine I wouldn't be wearing my chainmail.
That says it's equipped. You can click the little dot next to your leather armor down in your items and set it to equipped.
I did that. It doesn't change the armor class. For some reason.
Nope, it sure doesn't.
That seems wrong.
Yeah.
What's the rightmost column supposed to be? It's just a little man at the top.
It's the weight, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
So should we update the armor class manually?
It looks like it.
So
Mine's one different, but it's not bad.
that might not have been so terrible
bad.
for us all.
No, yeah, I definitely did not check to make sure that those were all right. So I'd say go ahead.
Okay, well, whatever. We're
So
out
I
of
should-
combat.
we
No
should
one
just
died.
change it to the thing that's on the sheet, on our printed sheet, though.
Yeah, I'm just going to take a quick look around my printed sheet and make sure it matches.
See
everything
if
on
anything else is wrong.
My
I
armor
did
class was off by
Zero
1, 2.
quality control on that.
Everything else looks fine.
Yeah, everything else is. I got no problems with anything else either. So, I guess I missed this. The spell slots means I have 2 spell slots. I can cast 2 spells during combat, and that's it.
Until you rest.
Yeah, you'll need
Oh.
to take a rest before you can cast any more spells of the first level.
Okay.
I would say your spells were pretty worth it, but we were dealing with artificially lowered armor at the time.
I think the one that hit me would have still hit me, so.
Yeah.
What
that was a
time is
pretty
it,
damn good one.
Leave?
The time is 9:15.
I meant in-game.
Oh, in game? It's 9:15. No. Let's say it's about 3 p.m.
So we could take a rest and get you your spell slots back, but it would be a bad time to do that probably. Because we'd waste the rest of our daylight and then have nighttime to contend with.
All right, I'm gonna limp toward the back of the wagon.
I want to know where this goblin was running to, and I also want to know where all the blood is going away from that horse. So I'm mostly healed up. I'm gonna make a couple more perception and survival rolls and see if I can find anything.
So, excuse me. Go ahead and make a survival check.
4. I rolled
You're-
a 1.
You're pretty sure that something has been here,
It might have been a horse.
and it has left some sort of jelly behind.
I am going to use my animal handling skill to break down these horses into delicious horse steak.
All right, sure. Go for
Horse
French?
steak. I rolled a 1.
We're gonna
it.
get a little bit
You whip
hammered.
out your skinning knife. I'm going to assume you have one. And you basically what you do is you cut off a hoof.
Who wants steak?
Well, yeah.
Well, we
way
got
back.
those bad rolls out of the way. So
Oh yeah, glad that didn't happen during combat.
What's everybody else doing?
I would like to kind of sneak through the bushes up along this ridge here and see if I can look down anymore and see how much farther along.
I'm in the back of the wagon moaning.
Oh.
Derek, give me a massage.
I don't think that'll help you.
All right, so you get up there. Why don't you go ahead and do give me a survival check?
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, these rolls.
You're also pretty sure that something has been here at some
What's
point
that
in
you
time.
say? Something's been up there? I go follow him and
Something was here.
Okay, I'd like to rifle through this dead goblin's stuff and find that scimitar that he stabbed me with.
It was you do, and you find it, and you find that it was broken by Milo's vicious attack.
Okay,
Oh, man.
so there's nothing else of
Sorry.
value on this
You have
guy's
a half a
body.
scimitar.
No, there's not.
It's like a jagged scimitar.
Smoothie is their first aid. There's the healing skill, but all that, or the medicine skill, but I think all that does is allow you to roll to stabilize somebody who's like bleeding out.
Right, it stabilizes someone.
You don't actually give them hit points back or anything.
I still have some of my blood.
Yeah,
I should be okay.
So you could do a short rest, which allows you to roll your hit dice, which would give you some hit points back. But you don't get your hit dice back until you've done a long rest.
Okay, I'd like to check this goblin for anything. I'm polite, but I'm still looting.
Goblins are gonna have no loot, Drew. Just FYI.
Still Drewy. It has a really shitty, pitted, rusty scimitar, and it has a short bow that kind of it's more like a stick with a shoelace.
Gotcha. Okay, it was really effective at shooting Gregor in the face.
Yeah.
So I figured it was worth a check.
I would like to make another survival roll. Or
Sure, go
perception
ahead.
roll, whichever you feel is
So
appropriate.
do survival.
Jesus Christ!
What has been here is actually a series of large squirrels. You're sure of it.
We're following.
I think the squirrels killed these horses and then ran off into the woods.
I would follow the blood trail and figure that out. Meantime,
Well, we're trying to follow the blood trail. That's what these survival rolls are all about.
I understand. I'm gonna grab this horse and try and drag him off the road. Is
You
that
mean
even?
the expertly butchered horse that isn't actually a horse anymore?
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna
it's
grab
a
him by
pile
the
of
hoof that's
steaks?
still intact.
It's a pile of hooves now.
Yeah.
It's actually like 78 hooves there now. I don't know how that happened,
Dwarf
but
is going to drag a horse off the road. All right, give me a strength check.
How do I do that? Oh, strength.
Continue strength.
Bam!
Nice.
So you reach down, you grab a leg, you give a mighty pull,
And it comes off.
and the leg straightens, and the corpse kind of rocks a little bit. And it stays that way because you're pulling on it.
So hard. We're probably going to have to work as a group
That's just
because
it.
horses are very
Yeah.
heavy.
Okay, so you guys keep doing your thing. Well,
Just go get the ox and pull him away.
that's
with
what
the
I was
cart.
going to do, but I'm not supposed to come up with ideas or follow my instincts. So,
It sounds like a good idea to me.
oh,
Milo
all
and
right.
Piero are conferring up here. I'm going to make another survival roll because I'm convinced this blood trail goes somewhere.
Can I use something else like investigation or perception or something? I don't know.
Sure.
Hey!
Oh, there you go.
It's a little better.
19. That's pretty good.
Can I follow the blood trail now?
So, looking around at the corpses of the horses and where you are currently located, you obviously have noticed the trail of blood heading up toward a gap in the woods right about here. And you can see, and with that roll, you can tell that probably about a dozen goblins have come and gone through this gap in the woods. And they clearly, at some point recently, dragged two about human-sized bodies behind them.
Uh-oh. Guys! All right. What do you think? Should we go try and find these two humans? Oh, I bet you it's Goran and
I would assume it's Gordon
his
and
buddy.
the warrior guy. Yeah.
Shit.
You know,
let me
I
take
think
5
if-
so I can
If
heal a bit.
we don't find them, we're not going to get paid.
Yeah, we got to find them.
Yeah,
You know, if
I
you're
agree
late
we
to the
need find
cannibal
them,
buffet, you're bound to get the cold shoulder.
All right, can we move the ox and the cart off the trail a bit and somewhere where they're not just in the middle of the road where anyone that rides by can see them?
Well, nobody's riding by. There's dead horses that I can't move.
There's nobody riding through, but somebody might come through here and see the cart.
We
So
should,
I mean,
we should hide them back like here, like right here.
sure. I mean, I'm asking you if there's
Sure,
If
yeah,
it's
yeah.
feasible.
I mean, they'll. It's a not well traveled trail, and let's say you push them into the woods and say, "Be quiet."
Oh,
And
Grigor
my wagon
falls
has
on the ground.
disappeared.
Grigor is up in the woods as well.
Okay.
I will have driven the guys, I guess.
Don't worry about it.
okay.
Okay.
So, does anybody want to look at the horses or anything?
I mean, I was carefully butchering them.
True. All right. Well, we'll rewind in time a little bit because I forgot that bit. When you were butchering the horses,
You probably noticed.
While I was butchering them, I rolled a 21
you realize
perception.
they look really familiar. And they actually, yes, they are Gundren Rockseeker and
Gundren's a horse?
Oh no!
They're all winter's mounts.
That's my cousin. I'm very upset.
There are no signs of Gundren or Sildar. However, in the area, you also do find. I don't know how exactly I can show this. How I show this to you guys. But if you were to go to
Ooh.
Ooh,
leather
player
map case.
handouts,
leather map case.
Well, you just
you'll
showed us.
see there's a
Wait.
leather map case.
And it's taking forever to load. I feel like it's 1994.
Did you write that description yourself?
A leather
Yes.
case for maps, not a case for leather maps. Darn it, I wanted a leather map.
But it can be used for leather maps.
You just have to roll them up. However, it is empty.
Oh,
No.
so they had a map.
The leather case looks nice, though, Drew. You should take it.
Okay.
So for when we find a leather map, we can put it in the map case.
Well, if we roll it up.
Well, it would work for any map. That's really what.
Oh, okay.
I mean, that's the important part.
Oh, I thought it was for leather maps.
No, any map.
Maybe they have a leather map.
You
don't know what's in there.
Use it for that.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So what now?
Now we establish a marching order and send Grigor in first.
Can I take a breather and get some hit points? Or should I just bleed on them if I find anyone?
How long is a short rest that will allow him to use his hit dice?
1 hour.
We can rest for an hour, sure.
How long do I have to rest to get spell slots back?
A long rest, which is 8 hours.
Oh, shit. Okay.
What time of the year is this? Just curious.
Spring.
Okay.
Late spring.
I'm just trying to figure out when it might start getting dark.
We got some time.
You get time.
I'm going to carefully, during the hour, Grigor is meditating on his wounds. Convalescing, that's a better word. I'm going to sneak around the edge of the forest a little bit and see how much more I can find with perception and survival. Or survival. How far into the woods does the trail seem to go? Are there any signs of like noise some ways in?
All right. Okay. So Grigor, go ahead and roll your hit dice.
So I roll it.
Just click on hit dice.
Hit dice. Where is hit dice at?
Right under your hit point area.
Right
hit dice.
Dead center, almost.
Got it.
Ooh.
That's a good roll. So you get 6 hit points back, and then
Nice.
mark that you have 0 hit dice left.
All right. 0 hit dice.
Oh no, leave that as 1. It's weird. You actually want that to be.
No.
I think. I don't know. We'll find out later. All right. So Piero, meanwhile, is not resting. He's poking around, give me a survival check. Yeah. Okay. You don't really learn much else other than the goblins definitely went down this path through the woods. It's pretty well hidden, and at the same time, bendy and heads off into the woods, and you can't really get a good feel for how far it goes.
Okay.
Though you have the only real feel you have is it goes a ways.
So probably not on this map. Oh, look at that. We can see it now.
Good thinking.
I
Yes,
scouted
correct.
some of it out.
Yeah, you know for sure that you are positive that the goblins went this way. They dragged most likely your two buddies, Gundren and Sildar, while your buddy Gundren and his bodyguard Sildar up this path and to points unknown.
So I'm looming over Grigor now, and Piero is looking over his shoulder. You feeling okay, buddy? You feeling ready to go? Feeling better? Feeling okay, buddy? How's it going? Ready to go? All healed up? Can we go now?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm going to lead the way with my loud ass chainmail, and everything will be fine.
I mean, you don't have to listen to me. My ideas are mostly shit, but we could send the little guy scurrying in there to scout it out and report back, or have him chase him, and then we
Yeah.
just have a firing squad.
Milo's got stealth.
Uh-huh.
Stealth your ass in there.
I'm down.
All right, give me a stealth roll, which is just stealth.
Just click on the... There you go. Holy shit.
You fade into the shadows, and Grigor, Derek, and Piero they watch you disappear.
Where'd he go?
I can't believe it.
Sweet.
So what, you want to head your way up that path?
Yeah.
And why don't you guys go ahead and make a marching order here? So
Well,
Milo
Milo
in front
first.
by a ways.
Go
Um,
next.
just in
How's the
case, let's all roll stealth to see if we can maintain a stealthy order. I mean, I'm gonna go in front actually, and let's leave the tank at the back because he's really loud.
I got a 2.
you somehow actually become like brighter.
You start jumping up and
Start
down,
emitting
doing
some
jumping
light.
jacks.
So yes, Grigor starts doing jumping jacks down the trail, and I say, "Hey, buddy, hang back a little bit."
Okay, so you're some stealthily and the others quite not stealthily working your way down the trail. You don't really see anything initially. There's nobody to see.
Neat.
That's funny. Greer stealth. They're being so loud that it doesn't matter that I'm being stealthy. Anybody that's ahead of us knows we're coming.
I mean, I'm actually gonna, if I distance myself from them a little
I want to
bit,
be
then
like up here.
yeah, then the goblins and hobgoblins and dragons will surely be attracted to Grigor's sound, and I'll already be at range. I can use my bow.
Clang, clang.
Okay, but so Milo, what are you doing?
Oh, the entire way I've been going up the path, I guess I'm just looking at least of what I can see. I mean, we're in the woods, so I'm guessing I can't see far.
Roll perception.
Okay. My perception is not good. Oh, it's not horrible.
I have dark vision where I can see in dim light as if it were bright light
It's not.
for 60 foot
It's not.
radius.
It's not dim here. It's
Yeah.
I mean, you're in the woods, but it's still daytime.
Okay.
You're fine. But so about 10 minutes after heading down this trail, Milo way out in the lead there. You notice down in the mud, there's a little like loop of some sort of cording, and upon further investigation, you notice that there's a trap here.
Ooh.
You can leave it, or you can try to disarm it.
Would my thieves' tools help me disarm it?
No.
Hmm.
If it were a lock that needed unpicking, your thieves' tools would allow you to do that.
Would it
But
be
with-
sleight
so-
of hand though, or no?
What was that?
Would it be a sleight of hand skill check or something else?
I got sleight of hand. I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah, I'm asking you if it would be sleight of hand. I think sleight of hand is usually what you use for disarming traps, but it sounds like this is more of a deadfall in the woods rather than a trigger plate in the floor of a tunnel.
Right. I mean, so you look at it pretty closely, and this is a the word is escaping me. It's a snare trap. So it's there's a loop of rope on the ground, and it leads over into the woods, and then you look a little more closely, and you see that there's a log hanging from a rope up in the tree.
I'll try to.
Jeez,
disarm
man,
it.
I set these all the time. Let me disarm that for you.
So yeah, why don't you go ahead and roll sleight of hand to disarm it?
Okay.
I'll back away for a second. Hey!
Hey, so with your keen sense of how things like this work, you find the stick that is holding the loop in place, and you grab onto the rope and pull the stick out of the ground and quietly and slowly lower the log to the ground and leave the loop hanging in the tree.
Okay.
And all is well. The goblins' grand plans are foiled.
Right. So then I
They
imagine
worked all day on that trap.
did you continue down the trail?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll stealth again. Well, if you want to, do you want to be sneaky?
Yeah, I want to be sneaky.
Go ahead and roll stealth. Jesus Christ!
I got a 12. I'm slightly less clanky.
Woo!
I'm stealthy. I
Oh
told
no,
ya.
I'm considerably more clanky than I was.
And so what are you doing? You just walking down the trail again?
Yeah, I'm going to continue to work my way Is there? I mean, are we on a trail? Are we actually following a trail? I'm assuming.
It's like a hunting trail through the woods. It's nowhere near as obvious or as well traveled as the Tribor Trail is, but there have been quite a few goblins going up and down this trail, so they've sort of beaten a path, but that's really it.
Okay. But yeah,
Keep your eyes open for any leaf pins or anything that our friends might have dropped.
Oh yeah. I'm just continuing along the trail, looking, closely on either side.
Can I make a perception check to look for leaf pins?
Leaf pins?
Yeah. Like Merry and Pippin when the orcs kidnapped them.
Ah, I see. Sure, go ahead.
Do I find any leaf pins?
You do not find any leaf pins.
God damn it. So we continue down the trail.
So you continue down the trail, and about 10 minutes later, Milo, you're just walking along, or sneaking along.
I'm continuing to sneak along the trail. I mean, maybe slightly off the trail in the woods or whatever. But I mean, just continuing to look. Do you want to roll perception again?
Yeah, go ahead and roll perception.
Bless me.
Bless you. But only because you told me to.
15 in perception, which is a good thing you rolled that. Because as you enter into it, you find a spot where the trail gets a little bit, just barely, almost imperceptibly wider. That raises some suspicion for you. And as you look closer, you realize there is a suspiciously large amount of leaves in the middle of the trail. And as you kind of brush a few of them away, you see that they're on top of some sticks, and those sticks are covering up a pit.
Hey guys!
I throw a rock at Piero.
Roll to hit.
To make him.
He takes 7 points.
It's a very small rock.
What?
What should I roll? I'm just
to throw the rock. Let's see here. So
you don't have to roll unless you're actually trying to hit Piero in the face or something.
Well, no, not really. I'm just trying to get your attention to make you stop, or at least make you aware that hey, there's a thing here. So don't just run.
I mean, you could point at it.
Yeah, I do. I point at you, get your attention, and then point to the ground.
Oh,
so
I just pointed at the ground.
You point the pit trap out to
yes.
Your party as they walk by, and you all continue on. And as you continue past the pit trail, you actually have to hike for another hour or two, but you end up
stopping every 10 minutes to disarm a trap.
Right. But I need a break, so I'm going to be right back.
Has it been 8 hours yet? Do I have my spells?
I doubt it.
You're back.
Man, I'm good at this game.
Did he just like go in the other room to like punch the walls because we're stupid?
I don't know.
That's what I imagine's happening.
Why are we stupid? We're doing I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm restraining myself from drinking too much since it's our first go, and I have no idea what any of this is. I thought spell slots were like the quantity of spells I knew, and that if I knew 4 spells, I'm like, where's my mana? Just keep going till I run out of mana.
Did you not read up on spell slots before we started?
Did not. I did the things I was asked to do in the thread, and that's as far as I took it.
I'm pretty sure he suggested checking out spell slots.
Yeah, he might have.
That might have been in the text message, though.
It's probably in a text message. Oh, that's well.
Right. Next time.
That's right. I feel like I would be, well, I don't know. I'm trying to role play my character being polite and
I have returned.
Not trusting my gut, so I'm not trying to advocate for things. But this is my cousin, so I feel like we should be I should be urging us to be more aggressive with our pursuit.
Drew, as I was leaving to go take a piss, I heard you ask if it had been 8 hours yet. Did you get that cleared up?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Because we're not resting right now.
Oh, so if it's not, even if it's 8 hours and we haven't like laid down, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
It needs to be 8 hours of rest.
I'm gonna lay in the bear trap.
I lay in the pit.
That was
And,
hours ago.
Get some rest.
It's a uncomfortable rest though, so it takes long.
Oh, my stupid music paused again. Don't like that. Adaraseb, if I need some playlists for various scenarios, hit you up. I've got a boatload from. You know what? Send them on over. If they're royalty free, and they're organized in playlists, yeah, send them on over. I guess you'll have to. I could probably make you a mod so you can paste a link or something. That's all it takes for me to make somebody a mod, is they have to be able to give me something I want. There, Adarasep, you're a mod now. Enjoy your new elevated privileges.
You can fight Smoothie Cold for supremacy.
Yeah, for supremacy, yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Everybody else back?
Yeah,
Yes.
I think so.
Unless Drewby left.
Nope, didn't go anywhere.
All right. Okay, so we are transitioning to a new thing, which means I need to find the new thing. I'm still not real sure what I'm doing here yet. All right, this. Go. And I need to put you guys on here. Let's see my in front.
Did we get any like XP from fighting those goblins? Is that a thing?
It is a thing, but that's...
XP is a thing. Let me see.
Maybe do we wait until the end of our?
Yeah, we tally it up
thing?
at the end of the...
Okay.
Yeah, in the beginning of this... Oh, here we go. Defeating the goblin ambushers and getting past that path completes a story milestone.
Oh!
When the party arrives at where you're going now, award each character 75 XP.
Once we get there, so not yet.
Well, how about you do that while I do this? So you all get 75 XP.
Sweet.
Sweet experience points.
Yeah.
So Grigor is in the back. Backing that ass up.
Ew.
And that leaves Derek kind of in third. Alright,
Correct.
now-
It's not a big deal for me. I don't care about royalty free, but I do care when YouTube sweeps through and mutes the music on the video.
Yeah, that's not cool,
Yeah.
bro. All right.
Ah, a river.
Ooh.
So pretty.
Let's see if there's a thing that I can do here. That goes away. All right. Following the goblin's trail, you come across a large cave in a hillside. 5 miles. 5 miles?
Holy moly.
Sure, why not? 5 miles from the scene of the ambush. You hiked for a while,
Those are some far-ranging fucking goblins.
Yeah.
right? A shallow stream flows out of the cave mouth, which is screened by dense briar thickets. A narrow, dry path leads into the cave on the right side of the stream.
Well, sorry, what was on the right side? Oh, a path. I see.
A path.
It's a
Okay.
path. It's a path.
I immediately make a perception check. Just checking for anyone hiding in the fucking bushes. Like last time. And I rolled a 16.
Okay, you roll a 16. Do. All you see is dense thickets.
Okay. How wide is this stream? Can I step across it or walk through it easily?
Yep, these are 5 square feet.
So you're saying it's like 8 feet
squares.
wide. How deep is it?
It's shallow. It's like ankle deep. It's moving very slowly.
Okay. I prance my way across. You can use whatever verb you want. I prance.
Grigor rolls his eyes at Piero.
So up here close to the mouth of the cave by the trail, I'd like to make a survival check and see if there are any recent footprints going in or out.
All right, go ahead.
Oh!
Wow.
Wow.
There are definitely footprints going in and out. There have been quite a few. You recognize them. They look a lot like those squirrel footprints before, but now you know that those are actually goblin footprints.
Oh.
And so this seems to be a very active goblin location. And you do see what seems to be drag marks going in.
How recent is this activity?
It has been within the day, less than a day.
Okay. I gesture to my companions with a finger at my lips that they should be quiet, and through a complex series of sign language motions, I indicate that there are many goblins in the cave, and this is definitely where they went.
And as you do that, excuse me, you maybe look over your shoulder because your survival roll was really high, and you notice that there's a clearing behind you.
Yeah, I feel like I would have noticed that.
In that clearing, there are 2 goblins that don't appear to really be paying attention to anything.
Ah, so we're surprising them.
They look very, very bored.
Okay, before they can notice me, I'd like to fire an arrow at one of them and then run away.
Oh, okay. Go. Which one?
The closer one.
So I suppose the rest of us don't know there's goblins right there, except that Piero's drawing his bow.
Well, you're about to see me fire an arrow and then come running toward you.
Okay.
So we don't actually know what's happening yet.
Ah!
So go ahead and roll your attack.
If you were awesome, you'd notch 2 arrows and shoot them both.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, as cool as you totally are at this.
So you rolled a 26.
Yes.
He strikes one down and then runs away.
Help, 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 help!
That is going to kill this goblin.
Which, I mean, you know.
Describe how that goes down.
Well, he's probably busy looking at his Nintendo DS or something.
He's playing Pokemon Go.
It's probably
Now
a
prance.
child.
Prance.
I'm aiming for the spot between his eyes again, but this wasn't as good a roll as the last one, I don't think. So instead, I just sort of clip him and take off, an eye and an ear and half of his face with my arrow.
A hell of a clip.
He bleeds profusely and crumples.
Wow. All right. Would you like to move or anything?
Well, since we haven't rolled initiative yet, yeah, I'm moving. Ah!
Fuck.
Ah! There's goblins!
So we're gonna call that the surprise round, and everyone roll initiative.
All right.
Damn it! I did it again. Select the token.
Did better that time.
God damn it.
Much less good.
I did not do well.
How many initiatives do you get there?
So I did the same thing I did in the first combat, which was roll initiative without my fucking token selected. And in the first encounter, it resulted in me getting a lower initiative roll in the turn order, and this time it resulted in a higher roll in the turn
All
order.
right. So it averages out.
Yes.
It averages out, yeah. All right, so we're going to call that immediate kill of the first goblin the surprise round, which means we start over now at Piero.
Yeah, if you'd have
Okay.
been standing there, you could have shot the second one. We wouldn't have had to do it.
Guess what I can do? I can move.
Ah.
How much coverage does he have between me? There's a bush.
From there, I'd call that half cover.
Okay, how about from here?
There's still
cover?
half cover. You'd have to get into the water.
God damn it. Gotta get my shoes wet again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should still have a little bit of movement left, so I'll shoot and we'll see how it goes. 17.
17 does hit. The arrow goes whistling through the air. Thunks right into the goblin's shoulder. And it goes.
That sounds like it hurt.
Staggers back a little bit, but keeps its feet.
And then I will use the rest of my movement to scamper away again.
Have you told anyone what's going on?
Well, I have fired 2 arrows into a clearing over there, and I keep ducking back across the river like, ooh, ah. The coward.
Hey, Piero, is there a scary bear over there?
What's over there?
More goblins.
Oh. Now I get it.
Now it's Milo's turn.
Okay. So has he reasonably told me where it is? So if I
You see where I'm shooting?
I mean, you watched him cross the river rather brazenly, then suddenly do some wild gesturing, then whip around, fire an arrow, dance across the river.
Okay, so
dance
I'll just
back
I'm
into
gonna
the
And then
water,
stomp
fire
back into
another
the water
arrow,
again.
and then dance
and
back.
I'll shoot as well. I was thinking I might try to run through the woods, but I wouldn't know exactly where he would be doing that. I'm just gonna shoot him with my short bow.
All right, go ahead.
Ooh.
A 22 hits.
Kerplow.
And 5 damage is more than enough to kill goblin number 2.
Huzzah!
How does it go?
I managed. I don't know. I shoot him wherever. I wasn't really aiming other than center, so I just hit him somewhere, and he just falls over.
You pin his foot to the ground, and he goes, "Oh, damn it!" and falls over.
I hit him somewhere in the chest or something like that. Maybe the other shoulder.
Yeah, the other shoulder.
All right.
We're the
He
shoulder
falls over
puncturing
dead.
brothers.
Are we out of combat?
You are now out of combat.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I go loot the corpses.
Take off your shoestrings.
How big is this clearing?
I'm working on it right now. I have to do lots of clicking. Click, 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 click. So not much is really the answer.
Is this okay, there we go. All right. Well, so now that the immediate danger has passed, I feel a little more free to speak, and I say that the trail along the stream here up into the cave is definitely where the goblins took who I'm going to assume is Gunnar, Gundrak, good rope. Gundren.
The guy that hired us.
Yes, the guy. I can't remember his name. I'm no good with names. It's other people's jobs to remember my name.
Wow.
But there's a lot of activity in and out of this cave, so this is definitely where the goblins are from.
So at what point, how far in do I have to go to like feel like I'm in dim light?
Really wants to use it.
Not yet.
I'm starting to feel my dark vision activate.
I will let you know.
Okay, so
But it's a pretty wide pretty wide cave opening. There's water running out of it. It's still, you guys marched really quickly. It's still pretty early in the evening, I guess. So the sun is bouncing off the water. Lots of light is being splashed around inside the cave. So it looks like, Derek, you've moved up a little bit. So
Hoping
you
to
can
use his
see-
dark vision.
I'm concerned about my cousin.
You can see about that much further into
Oh.
the cave.
Oh, there's stairs. Guys, there's
unreasonable.
stairs.
Stairs.
Stairs, you say? Stairs?
Hey, are those stairs, are they natural or are they like made?
Man-made, carved into the
They're,
goblin.
they're crudely carved, as though goblins had done it.
Oh,
But
so-
goblins who wanted to be able to ascend efficiently.
You're
Yes.
a dwarf. Tell us
So-
how recently the steps were carved.
Well, that's what I was gonna do. I can do a stone cunning check
Yeah.
to do the origin of the stonework. So I'd like to wander up there and do that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Stone
It's an
cunning.
intelligence check, so let me get on that. Where am I at?
Ooh.
Ooh, a 12. Okay.
Tell me about the origin of the stonework.
Of the stonework of the... Okay, they are literally crudely carved stones. Steps. To call it stonework is generous.
An insult to dwarves everywhere.
Basically, it used to be a bit of an incline, and somebody hacked at it for a while with a rusty shovel, and now there's kind of toe holds that you can walk up. It looks to your well-seasoned dwarven eyes to be total shit and absolute crap that no one should ever use, and frankly, it's embarrassing.
Wow.
Okay. Are there so many stairs that at my stature I can't see over the top of them?
No, where you are right now allows you to see, and since you've got dwarven dim light sight,
Dark
whatever,
vision.
dark vision, we'll just say you can see the entire chamber.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What you see,
Wolves.
just inside the cave mouth, a few uneven stone steps lead up to a small, dank chamber on the east side of the passage.
Dank.
Dank.
The cave narrows to a steep fissure at the far end and is filled with the stench of animals. Savage snarls and the sounds of rattling chains greet your ears.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
3 wolves are
They're
chained up
werewolves!
just inside the opening.
They're chained.
Each wolf's chain leads to an iron rod driven into the base of a stalagmite.
Stalagmites
that
are the
way.
ones on the ground. Okay. So they're not
We should
chained up to the
definitely check
ceiling.
out-
They are
What's
not chained to the
northwest?
ceiling, no.
I'm gonna go north and check out here, even though I probably can't see.
You walking through
I-
the water?
Yeah.
Splash, splash, splash.
I don't care.
And you don't have any kind of dark vision or anything.
Nope,
Steve-
I got
Steve right
nothing.
here.
So
This is what you
alright,
see.
hold on. No, you see, so this kind of answers Derek's question. As you see that the path, the river, or the stream really, bends to the right or to the east, and there's a crumbled kind of path bending off to the left. Beyond that, on both of those, is about the end of where the sunlight can reach.
Well, we have torches.
Not have a torch.
Derek doesn't need one, we know. But
So should we murder these wolves?
if they're chained and busy eating something, maybe we can just sneak past.
Yeah. I mean, we can come back to them if it turns out that everything else is a dead end and we need to sneak by them or kill them.
Okay.
Should we send Milo out to I mean, we're going to need a torch from here.
Not yet. I'm gonna look.
So, as you before you do that,
Okay.
I think I'll just mention that my clock says it's 9:59.
Ah,
Yeah, we should probably.
my
go.
clock says it's 10.
Yep, just turned
My
it down.
clock just turned to 10.
Shall we call it an evening, or would you like to continue?
No,
I'm
sure.
assuming
Let's see if we can
that-
get into trouble first, then stuff.
That seems like a
whatever,
good
just
stopping
like-
point.
I'm
It
fine
seems
with
like that seems
stopping
like a good stopping
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
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 Hey, you're in charge. If you're advocating for stopping, we stop.
Let's say there's a certain point I thought we'd get to tonight, and we're
And we
past
failed.
it.
Oh, okay.
And we didn't come close.
No, he said we're past it.
Well, there
I
was
know,
a whole.
right? Yes.
There was supposed to be a whole event in the bear trap.
Well, yeah, I mean the traps. If you hadn't been able to recognize them, they could take time. I was really hoping somebody would get caught in one of those. The snare traps.
Good rolls, Milo.
Okay, you're welcome. Helped that I just disappeared into nothingness and was able to sneak around.
I like how
does
Milo
help,
was
yeah.
able to like grab the rope and slowly lower down the heavy log.
Milo weighs
Oh, shit, you're right.
Milo weighs 35 pounds, soaking wet. Well,
there
you
was
slice
a-
the rope and you go
there was
rocketing
a-
up into the trees.
It's the
There was
power
a
of
complex
pulley.
system of ropes and pulleys. I only had to lift, 10. It was only 10 pounds of weight on the actual rope
Oh,
to make it easy for the, trap to,
the goblins
set off.
did have to set that trap.
Yeah, goblins are pretty.
All
All right,
right.
that was fun.
Let us stop streaming in that case. Good night, YouTube, and I'll stick in chat for a few minutes, Idarisep, if you want to give us a paste bin link or something. But other than that, have a good week. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
By
Bye
YouTube.
bye.